cut. Come. Mau lu kolak
Tadi bila ngunumika thoka nea popi so ni lukol kulum popi ngam nea popi tagtinuna. Kalau sarmin ngam nea sarmin tagtinuna. Nea popi ka lukol lusila ka nunu himnin dito. Potami titika ngunu ke malni sikso yaru so tagdola ngunu dimako gitola lusila lukola.
Oh, suka api omi. Myodu district japia. Haras jo hela do.
My father died on 1996. I brought up with my father's younger brother. He's here. Everybody say, and I do also feel he's my like father and he like my mother. Right.
All parts of the animal are used. Nothing is wasted. But most of the meat is preserved by drying and reconstituted for meals by being boiled.
Woman is coming from my neighbor house. He's bring egg and to judge the priest. Priest can judge which one is the best and which one is, which way they will sacrifice. Day after tomorrow, we sacrifice pig at our altar, or it's called common clan altar is there. There with lots of pig will be there. For pig should be sacrificed for the well-being, but in the name of men and women, who will perform the puja, who will maintain the tabo, Priest. But when he asked goddess to choose men or women. This is the school of monkey, hunt by Nending Tarang. But this school will taken to that nago. They put inside. Priest will put inside the nago, and they put something. That's called palm tree inside the nose, and they will perform puja. And everybody will put tafar inside the nago.
I think it's very old now. You cannot use on now. But I think it's very old skin. When
There was a good sign back there that said, "Modern technology owes the ecology an apology." Very good sign. This is the kind of travel that one dreams of while young, but doesn't get around to until much older. I'm not far from septuagenarian and enjoying the pursuits of a much younger man.
I'll trust only God. I'll never trust any pope, any missionary, any so on. I'll trust only Jesus Christ.
I will worship sun, moon, everything. We had so many gods. Almost all left. We become a Christian. Now some are Catholic, some are Baptist, some are Protestant. But we practice sometime, just for preserve our culture.
Okay.
So unless we cut a head, you are not going to become a hero.
We were headhunters before, but now the American missionaries came here. They changed the headhunters into a Christianity, a Westerns, a modern, and we are still here because of them. We open our eyes. Same human beings,
Yes.
different tradition, different language, but we are still, what to say, a same human being.
For any given ethnic group, there are generally two names applied: the name they give themselves and the name given them by others. The 16 tribes which comprise the entire population of the Northeast Indian state, now known as Nagaland, had no generic term applicable to the whole group. The word Naga, from the Hindi for naked, was given to the hill tribes by the plains people. And despite the very cool climate, the description was merited, as depicted in the photos of them taken before Indian independence in 1947. So too was the term headhunter, since all the tribes also held this in common. Atypically, both terms eventually became a great unifying force and were eagerly adopted by the Nagas. Headhunters are neither unique to Nagaland nor uncommon in the rest of the world. Other headhunting cultures evolved in Africa, Asia, Europe, Oceania, and the Americas. Being in this part of the world, it's impossible not to do some exploration of the Brahmaputra. It's a legendary, famous river, got much historical significance.
কালিতো দিনত আমাৰ তেলমাখনত এতিয়া ঘৰপাহে তেল জ্বলালে ৰাতিয়ে পঠালে
This is the special commissary on the ferry that's going to take us over to Majuli. You have everything that you could ever want, as long as you have simple needs. India is really a country that's full of surprises. In the most unlikely place, we found some of the very best pastry you could ever run across. We had some on the ferry coming over, and it's worth the ferry ride just for the pastry. Well-seasoned traveler is always prepared for the eventualities. These guys have clearly made this trip before because they have their priorities in order. They put as much as possible, maybe a little more than possible, on each boat. In this case, people, vehicles, and cargo. But there's always a group of hard-working guys who you know for sure are getting paid absolutely nothing and doing most of the work. One rupee, which is at the current rate of exchange about 2.5 cents US, you can still buy something for 1 rupee, and here it is. You can buy matches for 1 rupee. So it's not like the money doesn't have value. In the United States, of course, you can't buy anything for a penny. These are yours, yes? Thank you. Majuli, with its 22 Hindu monasteries called satras, is the capital of Assamese culture. The satras play a critical role in the social and economic development, as well as the cultural and spiritual life of the community. Founded by Assam's most famous spiritual leader, Srimanta Sankardeva, a 15th century social reformer, playwright, and composer whose religious movement transformed Assamese society, uplifting the poor and downgrading the caste system.
Actually, this island is famous for monastery, Hindu monastery. And now there are 22 Hindu monastery in this island. This is the biggest monastery all over in Assam. And every monastery have to have some special culture, like a dancing, singing the song, anyone say. And they always busy for the learning to dancing, singing the songs. That song, actually all song is related to God, God songs. And so every day all monks go to their own temples, own prayer halls. They sit continue 1 and 2 hours. And they offer to pray and offer singing to God songs, and some are busy to play the drums, play the cymbal, and some are busy to use the hand claps. Actually, there are some people in Assam, they did not know how to we think the God. That time they invite to Guru, and Guru go there and Guru inform them, say you follow this path, and you think like this, God. When they satisfy, that time say Guru every place in Assam and India, every year they visited to that place and discuss with about the religion. How do we think to God?
So really then to share their education with those who were not...
Yeah, this is the religious education. You know, this is the one form of the Shiva.
Of Shiva?
Yeah.
And this?
This is the one form of the Vishnu.
Vishnu. This is the bull, it's the name...
This is the cows. He always like to the milk.
I see. The monks come from varied social and economic backgrounds. Those whom the Guru deems suitable to monastic life usually enter as boys. Some families can afford to make contributions to the monastery toward their son's education, while others are fully supported by the monastery.
If he want to the service, government service, that time he go to the out of the Majuli Islands, And if he got the service, that time he requests to Guru, I want to leave this monastery. Guru will be allowed him. Because he is the Brahmin, he is the high caste people. So he always all things depend on God.
After some years of academic, social, and spiritual education, some monks feel called to their place in modern society. And if the Guru agrees, they will enter the community to become spiritual teachers and leaders in business and government.
Actually, every morning he woke up at 4 o'clock mornings. And he continued 2 hours readings. And every room have to have one individual worship place. You look here, this one.
Yes.
And he sit here, continue 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, they go back to prayer halls.
As the cultural center for the arts, some monasteries have developed unique forms of music, theater, and dance. To preserve the purity of these art forms, some monks are called to spend their entire lives in service to the monastery as performers. So he's having rice and dal.
Yes, only rice and dal. হ'লেও ভাবিছে যে কিবা এটা দি যাওঁ বাবাক Baba decided I offered some banana for them as a prasad. Please take.
Thank you, Baba.
Oh.
Thank you.
Take out your shoes and then sit here because it's not so nice for the people.
I got it.
Behind.
I got it. Ask if they have if they knew anything at all about the story of Banda and the spices.
Ini kasih apa ini?
Tidak cuma bincang-bincang saja.
Oh, sangka kasih duit. Kalau bincang-bincang ini mesti duit.
So he doesn't have any kind of the tree for the nutmeg absolutely. He just buy the nutmeg from the farmer there. Then he sell it to Ambon. And that's his business, no more.
Bukan internasional.
That he buys from, right? Are there still many of these farms, many farmers, or he's the people that he does business with? It's a large group of people or a small group? How many farmers are there?
Okay.
Many. Many.
Yeah, still
a very big
running
business.
well. Yeah, still running well the business of the nutmeg there in Banda.
Bagus.
Ada yang lain? Sebagai tunggu. Ini kan nggak ada tempat ini, Mister. Oke. Bahasa Inggris yang bilang aja. Tahu nggak sih?
Penumpang sekalian yang kami hormati, selamat siang. Diberitahukan kepada seluruh penumpang
You may find in bundles.
The big island, Great Banda, which is also Besar, and the capital, which is Banda Niara.
So Banda absolutely important in the past just because the nutmeg. So all the people, some people from Europe like English, like Spain, like Portuguese, like Dutch, they sail to come here just for having this nutmeg. Some of them they like to monopoly the trading of the nutmeg, and absolutely there were fighting between them, like fighting. Yeah, there were fighting between them, like fighting between the Portuguese and the Dutch, and English also there in the Banda Island. That's the story of Banda.
I wasn't prepared for how beautiful they turned out to be. It's really enchanting to see this exactly as the first mariners saw it, coming from exactly the same side.
For the people who absolutely difficult to sleep, the illness, yeah. So the nutmeg is a special medicine.
Iya, kasih sirup pala, kasih rasa.
Biasanya kalau minum sirup pala malam tidur enak.
A cure for insomnia. We call it insomnia.
Coba rasa tadi minum sirup pala biasanya enak.
You had already pala syrup, so later in the evening you will sleep well.
La chiamano ancora l'isola dei pirati. A Sulawesi, la più grande dell'arcipelago indonesiano, dalla caratteristica forma di mano con 4 dita, vivono tuttora i Bugis, ultimi discendenti dei famosi pirati della Malesia. Una popolazione che tuttora trae la sua sopravvivenza dal mare e dalla costruzione di veloci vascelli.
Questa storia del pirata è diventata famosa in Europa perché a quel tempo i macassi lottavano con gli olandesi. Se c'era una barca qualsiasi, anche piccola, davanti a loro, in quel periodo la attaccavano. Forse è per questo che gli olandesi ci chiamano pirati. Ma scusami, non possiamo dire che tutti gli olandesi pensano che i macassi sono pirati, perché quello era un momento di rivoluzione tra i macassi e gli olandesi. Dovevamo lottare. Quindi è da qui che nasce questa storia dei pirati, perché olandesi e macassi erano nemici reciproci.